Welcome, everyone. This is the regular monthly board meeting for the Tioga County Industrial Development Agency. It is Wednesday, October 5th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. The meeting is hereby called to order. Christine, could you do a roll call, please?
Jen Ceccarelli.
Yes.
Martha Stavride. Yes. Tracy Manell.
Yes.
John Ward.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. We have no privilege of the floor this evening, correct? Nobody's joining?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
How about, I'm seeking for approval for our regular board meeting, our special meeting minutes, and the loan committee meeting minutes. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Moving on to financials. I just need to ask you, when are we going to cover the budget?
I added it to the agenda under finance committee reports.
Okay, I guess I missed that.
I just added it this morning. I
Okay.
realized it's.
I've been looking at it recently. All right. Anything to discuss about financials?
Think you're all set, right?
I spoke with both Aaron and John about their questions.
Okay. Motion, please, to acknowledge the financials.
So moved.
Second? Can I have a second? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Now we come up to EDP update with Leanne Tinney.
Okay, just to give a brief rundown what's going on within the department. As far as grant status, we have identified 17 potential grant opportunities. We have 21 that are pending now that have been submitted that we're waiting to hear on. We have 36 that are active, and we have 12 that have been completed. That's a lot. Yeah. So downtown revitalization is ongoing. Projects are really starting to pick up some steam now, so that's going well. New York Main Street admin, that's moving along, including the window situation on Fourth Avenue that Megan handled. So that's the windows. Yeah. Oh, windows. Yeah. So that's moving along nicely. We are assisting the village with the grant that we wrote on and got on their behalf for the improvements to the police station. So that is moving along. We did make an application on behalf of the village of Waverly for a New York Forward application. New York Forward is like a mini DRI for an award up to 4.5 million. It's highly competitive. This is the first that they've rolled it out. There were 15 applications, so it is going to be highly just in our region. So very, very competitive program. I think the team put in a fantastic application. Village of Waverly has really been doing their homework. So we put in about 12 million in potential projects for the Village of Waverly. New York Main Street admin, Megan's handling that. That is a land bank New York Main Street project that Megan is doing the admin on. Town of Nichols broadband connect all project is moving along very quickly. We have all of East and West River Road has fiber strung, and they're starting to hook up houses. We have actual people that are receiving fiber to the home, and working with Fiber Spark out of Ithaca as the internet service provider. So that's moving along quickly. Next, we'll move into the Village of Nichols, and then from there we'll go out with hitting those unserved and underserved areas. Brittany and team are working on 2 restore applications, one for the Fuddy Duddies project, the purchase of the handyman, and their plan to move into that space, and one, fingers crossed, hopefully we can get it together for the land bank to actually purchase and make improvements to the Tioga Trails building, which is in desperate need of work right now, or the building is lost. And we did have a meeting. I met with the Village of Waverly and Best Bev folks. They're moving that project forward. This is the canning operation intended for the Waverly Trade Center. They did issue the preliminary site plan approval, so they are able to get going on the interior work on that project. So that's moving along nicely. sweeper, vacuum truck, still trying to get a shared services agreement and for everybody to agree upon, working through that. Recruitment website is moving right along. That's hopefully will be completed before long. Been working a lot with a Chamber of Commerce. We did attend and help out with the Chamber Stakes event at Tioga Downs on Saturday. Just wanted to mention, Home Central was awarded as Company of the Year.
And
Leanne was awarded Board Member of the Year.
The Business Expo is tomorrow, Thursday, again at Tioga Downs, and we'll be partnering with the Chamber on that and helping out there. And just looking to set up a meet the candidates event as well. Workforce development.
Back up.
Yep.
Who meet the candidates from the chamber? Chamber
No.
student, who's the
Chambers join. Chambers.
candidates for elected office?
Yes.
That's nice.
Interesting. Sean's been busy. He's had a couple of meetings with the subcommittees on workforce development. He just came back from a conference. I just talked to him. He said it was very, very good. So he's continuing in his fine work. Also working with Waverly Central School, the Chamber, Greater Valley Chamber Career Center on a Twin Tiers regional job fair that'll be happening in March. So we're helping out with that. Town of Nichols is going to do a cleanup event, which is good news. They've never participated in anything like that. And we have approval, it looks like, well, we'll know next week, from the county to move forward with having EV charging stations installed in the county lot. This is something Ellen's been working on and a program through NIPA for these EV charging stations. It's really great. I know some might not agree with it, but I think there's an opportunity there. And I'm very, very, very pleased that we're going to be able to continue to move that.
I don't want a Nichols. For last year.
So
For a few.
Tioga Downs has one. So we tried Lounsbury, the truck stop, could not get them to buy. We tried everything that we could.
Really?
Yeah. We thought that's just
Central ones, like between Rochester and,
so Village of Waverly will be getting EV charging stations as well.
Popular guy.
This program. So, yeah, that's just kind of a brief rundown of what's going on.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. It was excellent. All right, how about some project updates?
Okay, so we haven't dispersed any more payments to contractors or anybody regarding Weedlebark to. Today, we participated in the PSC meeting with Veolia and IDA. Leanne, Aaron, myself, and Joe were in attendance. It went very well, I would say. So every outstanding item that we do have, we hashed out timelines of completion by all parties involved, what they're responsible for, when they'll complete it. Veolia requires us to complete the fence around the tank, the guide rail on the tank roadway, and a gate at the bottom of the roadway before they will operate the system. They will allow us to put in a temporary gate. If in fact it's true that the lead time on the gate is 4 to 5 weeks, they'll allow us to put temporary posts and chain or whatever Veolia in the end confirms is acceptable in the meantime to push their operation faster. So Joe is tasked with completing easements and property transfer documents in coordination with Veolia, who has now assigned an attorney, and that attorney's participated in the meeting today and is in touch with Joe so that everyone's looking good on legal documents. And so the paving, Robinson completed their paving already. Home Leasing is going to start their paving tomorrow. Leanne just shared great news. They're going to not pave around our test tube. So although we have to still have Robinson pave that area, won't have to dig up their final paving. So it's going to save us a little on our anticipated change order there.
The size of a Suburban. Yeah.
It wasn't that big. Okay, I was just up there and it's not either suburban size.
Okay.
Gary Hammond was really instrumental in assisting us drop those trees on his own personal time. Really pleased me to watch. So that the OH requirement is done. And we're anticipating starting our testing, Robinson and Aquasor have to test the water main in the tank. They're going to start that the week of 10/10 next week. And Veolia needs to operate the system quickly after those test results come in. It can't sit stagnant or the water is not clean. So Veolia is authorizing that testing to occur on good faith that Fagan and Robinson will coordinate and get all our outstanding items done.
It was a great
When do
meeting.
we put up the fence?
Very
So
good.
Robinson already has the post up and they're gonna complete that fence installation by Friday next week. The guide rail specs and the gate specs have been provided to them. They just have to come back with us with a final price. So negotiate it or approve it as fast as we can so they can order the materials and get it out.
Will you be publishing minutes?
I
Who's doing
have,
minutes?
so I have minutes from today.
Yes.
So I did create this, so we put together, Leanne put together an agenda for the meeting.
Right.
And everything in blue is information provided or commitments made by all parties on
Okay.
answers to the outstanding questions. And where we stand.
I like that. That's fine.
So I can email, I attached this today, I can email it to you. That's FYI.
That'd be great. Did you do it later? Because I haven't seen it.
So the, yeah,
That's
I
something-
just
Yeah,
did it.
because the meeting was at 1, so.
Yeah.
You just sat there and listened. Joe put it in good terms. You've been called to the principal's office. And the thing is that by having the meeting, and they did this on purpose, they put a week in between when I asked for the meeting and when we were able actually to have the meeting.
Right.
And there was a lot of work got done in that week.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody was scrambling. So,
No, they were on their best behavior.
Very, very
Yeah,
good.
it definitely.
Yay.
I mean, the only thing they quibbled on was the timeline on testing, how long it's gonna take. And then they gotta be able to use the water. But, Fatty,
I wonder how many units are already like leased.
so the townhouses are ready.
They have waiting lists on all,
Do they really?
and I don't recall if it's the 3-story or the townhouse has 60 families or individuals on the waiting list already.
it's gonna be one heck of a driveway when that gets icy.
Oh, you said it.
No, they're just gonna stay up there.
They do, otherwise it could be down 434.
Just like Halsted and
That's true.
It's
That's
rough.
rough.
Yeah.
But your bottom there is pretty rough.
When we were kids, we just said, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that.
Oh, yeah, right out on the 434. That's great.
Yeah, we used big
Yeah, it went well.
Oh, I thought it did too, yeah. There was commitment on everyone's part.
Oh, that's great.
We're still talking 6 weeks, right?
3 to 6 weeks from start of the process of chlorinating, disinfecting and all that to exiting. So if everything goes as planned, if everything goes beautifully, then, you know,
Which
sooner
it
than
generally does. Right.
why would we think that would happen?
Yeah, why would we ever think that would happen?
Yeah, the only other question will be, is Robinson paving that patch?
They are.
Yeah, when are they gonna be able to do it? Because when's that test
Oh.
to get done?
Not until VOC testing is all back.
Well, until we have everything back, but you're saying that the VOC testing could be 3 days?
Yep. Officer
So-
confirmed they do it in-house, so 3 to 4 days.
Not weeks.
We understand those tubes.
So it's,
What,
It's-
after the tank is filled and the water's in those pipelines, then the tubes are used?
It's to test the water main itself, to make sure the water main, so they're doing testing on the Robinson to test the water main, Aquastor test the tank. 2 separate sets of tests,
Oh, well,
and the tubes go into the main for Robinson, which is their testing.
right now it's blocked off, so the water in the water main can't get into the existing Veolia system. But once the testing is, so they have these, every however many feet, they've got to test water. But once that's all okay, they'll take those out and they'll open the connection between the new and existing system. But they're not gonna commingle anything until they know everything is.
Is the tank full?
That, yeah,
No.
So they turn it on and then they test it.
So they fill the water main, again, not part of the tank. They'll fill just the water main and just the water main will be tested.
Okay.
And then after that, they'll put water in the tank
Mm-hmm.
and they'll test the water in the tank
Okay.
separately. And then
How does
VOC testing, which I don't know what that is, some other testing. And then they'll be able to fill the tank.
do they pump the water up there or do they take it?
VOC test.
VOC, yeah.
That's awful.
How does the water get there?
Through the pumps installed, I think, so.
From out of their existing system, they'll pump water into the tank out of their existing system, because they can't do it too much too quick, because it'll impact also development.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why it's gonna be days.
Yeah.
To fill the tank.
it, sure.
It'll be interesting to see.
I know it.
It's gonna help you, it should help you guys.
Oh, it'll help them, yeah, definitely. Once it's filled. Yeah.
My water smelled a little chlorinated this morning.
Look at me.
I wondered if you noticed that also.
No, but I do know that there are days.
Volatile organic compounds.
There you go, that's what we don't want.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's-
Well, that is a great update. Thank you so much. Do you want to talk about a barn RFP, Richard?
Yes, I do, thank you. So I sent a request for proposal out to 6 asbestos abatement and or asbestos certified demo companies requesting 2 types of bids. One for just simply asbestos removal and one for demo with asbestos in place. The only response I got of all of those 6 was from Sullivan Contracting, who's proposing to just remove asbestos for $42,000.
Oh, my God.
And that does not include the air monitoring cost, which we would have to obtain ourselves. They're not allowed to hire the air monitoring company. That's why I requested number of days. They're saying 10 days to do it. So I misspoke last month when I told you there's only 2 little 88-inch pieces of wood. There's more than that.
Well, there must be $42,000.
Yeah,
Won't be surprised.
there's,
No, yeah. I thought it was a very small area.
so this here, all these yellow things, that's what they
Okay.
found. It's the roofing, 1040 square feet, 180 chicken.
It's not the roofing, it's the coating they put on over the years.
Oh, okay.
Just leave the barn there, don't worry about it. Maybe it'll burn.
Is it
I would,
chicken?
before you give up here, I'd get a hold of Fagan and see who they'd recommend to put
Okay.
these things out to. Okay. Because we use the guy out of Syracuse. Then it was a lot cheaper.
Okay,
That's very expensive.
okay, so we'll research other companies, get more
Asphalt.
and much of them, many of them to me respond.
I mean, why not, you know?
Yeah, okay,
There's no urgency, so let's pursue it.
sounds good.
But my guess is it's still $30,000.
Well, it's a lot less than 42. Right?
How many RFPs did you put out there, Christine?
I put it out to 6 companies. I put it out.
It's just whenever it's just a bad time of the year with people trying to crank out jobs at the end of the season here.
I think that is in play. I know I heard, LCP slammed, probably wouldn't respond. I sent it to Sunstream, LCP, Brothers, Abscope, and Gascon. I'll look for other companies and maybe, when do you think would be the best time, John? Spring?
Again, if it's not real seasonal work and get it out in the winter.
Okay,
So who would you put it out to? Pascal? Sunscreen, that's the one we use. That's down to we use over here.
they didn't respond, so when I do my next outreach, I'll reach out to them all again and hope that they do.
Say, this doesn't need to be done until next year.
Yep, okay, good,
At some point, we want
We have some time.
okay. So I did an Avery demolition, that's the gentleman that got this all started in the first place. He wanted to tear down our barn and silo and give us a cut of his revenues. He checks in with me every now and then to see if we want him to do it, so I have his quote for full demolition. He's aware of us, there's not a license. And, so this quote is not giving us revenue, it would be charging us. So
What does he want? The wood? What's he
Yes.
doing with it?
he
All
was,
those beans are worth a lot of money.
yeah, people buy, so he was gonna sell the wood for refurbished purposes and also sell scrap, I don't know how money for silo materials, but he was going to give us a cut of all of that. We were going to make money.
That's interesting.
Now I have had an asbestos.
Let's keep that in the back of our mind. Right?
Right. So. Onward,
Absolutely.
okay.
Have any new business? No, new business was today.
Yeah,
The new business, pretty much.
yeah,
Just a side note, on your committee stuff, the finance committee met on September 23rd to review, our budget.
thank you.
So that needs to be documented somewhere.
Perfect then. And tonight we're speaking on the recommendation of the finance committee seeking approval for same.
So those revisions, Karen, were what we were looking for, and you agreed with the budget? It's everything we talked about. Yeah, I thought so also.
John checked in with a couple questions. So John, you're good on the budget too.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So seeking a motion to
Approve the budget.
or to approve it.
Second, please.
I'll say.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. But that was the easiest budget process I've seen in a lot of years. It
Glad to
went
hear it.
very smoothly.
I'm glad. That was the goal.
Yep.
So onward loan committee, we met, we reviewed 2 applications. One was denied, one was tabled, requesting further information. So
Should've just kept driving her.
So we will be further reviewing the applicant for the supporting the PV health retreat, and we will likely be bringing.
How do those loan committee meetings go? Good, smooth? All the information?
Except the positive group. No comment. I mean, it's a learning curve for.
Okay. Just asking.
I don't know. I think the learning curve for everybody.
It seems like they've been going kind of back and forth on some stuff. Yeah.
It's going smooth. It's definitely the only thing I'm aware of that I could improve my capacity.
Okay. That's great. Okay, good.
Working on it.
Good girl. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. What's next?
So pilot updates, sales tax is continuing to be tracked and is fine. West Bay pilot, Joe completed all of his pilot documents for them. They just have yet to execute them. I reached out to them, Matthews Group, and asked for a timeline on when their construction will start. I didn't hear back yet. So every now and then people ask me, when is that going up? I really don't have an answer.
What are we talking about?
The new Lawrence facility at the old Tribuco.
Yep.
So we approved that quite a while ago. They were pursuing financing and
Ask them when their lease expires. Give them a lease. I don't know how much longer they got on their lease where they're at.
Laura.
That property's getting pretty overgrown at this point,
So
as well as the San Mina property. Nobody's doing any maintenance. I mean, it's ridiculous.
maybe that's why people are questioning.
I don't know. Not a lot of stuff going on over there in that area.
Anybody looking at that Victory building? No?
No, that's definitely getting overgrown also. No maintenance going on at Victory Building, San Mina, or the Tribuco property.
We do have interest in the San Mina and the tribute Victory building. There is a lease. They're working through challenges with NICEAG and being able to provide the power that they need for their project.
All the Lockheed Martins are people who smoke are driving over there so that they can smell over there. I see it every day.
We can read it.
Yeah, Anthony up, I'm like, oh, there's all the smokers over there. Oh, dear. Yep. Popular spot.
So, and the grant status is the same as last month, still just all pending.
Christine, do you know, now that we're coming to the end of the new gardens project, I know, I hate to say it out loud. Do you know what the process is or what has to happen to start getting in line to get the ESD money?
Yes, so they actually, the ESD council held a meeting in September to move our grant forward, knowing that we're almost done, and get authorization to move our funding refund forward. So I'm in communication with them, and they're already making their steps forward. That's all I have for regular.
How about a motion to move into executive session? Please, can I have a motion? How about a second? Second. Thank you.